We're going to write this fraction as a decimal and a percentage. So how about we change this into hundreds instead of tens? So we have 3 tens. How can we get from 10 to 100? Well, if we just multiply by 10 down here and up here. Down here we're going to have 100. Up here we're going to have 30. Now we have hundreds, so we know that the number up here is going to be the percentage. So this is the same thing as 30%. And just one thing about dividing by 100. If we have 30, you can say that we have the decimal point here, right? So we can say that 30, 30.0, or just 30. But the decimal point is going to be here. When we divide by 10, 1 0, we're going to move it one step. 3.0. When we divide it by 10 again, or 2 zeros, we're going to move the decimal point one step further. So here, since we have nothing here, it's 0. So 0.30 or 0.3. So in this case, we had 100 here. We have 2 zeros. So imagine the decimal point here, and then we move it 1, 2 steps. So it's going to be 0.30. Okay. So if we write it as a decimal, 0.30. Okay, the next example. This was quite easy, but how about 9/20? 9/20. How can we get from 20 to 100? We multiply by 5, right? Now down here we're going to have hundreds, and up here we have 9 times 5 is 45. Since we have hundreds, we know that the number here is going to be the percentage, so 45%. And by now we know that 45% is going to be the same thing as 0.45. The last example is a little bit trickier. We're going to write 13/250 as a decimal and a percentage. Okay, how can we get from 250 to 100? Well, we can divide it by 2.5, but then we have to divide this by 2.5. We don't really like that. So how about going in the other direction, going up to 1000? Because it's going to be easy to go from 1000 to 100. So we take this times 4, and this times 4. So down here we get 1000. 13 times 4 is going to be 52. Create some more space here. So we have 52 over 1000, but we would like 100. And of course, if we divide 1000 by 10, same thing up here, we will get hundreds down here and 5.2 up here. Since 52 divided by 10, we move the decimal point, which is here, one step to the left, 5.2. So we know that this is going to be 5.2%, because this is always the percentage if we have hundreds here. How about the decimal? Well, 5.2 divided by 100. It's 2 zeros, so we're going to move the decimal point 2 steps. So one step is here, then we will have 0.52, right? But we're gonna move it one step further. So 0.52, if we move it here, it's gonna be 0.052. 0.052. So this is the decimal.